A dark shadow looms over Orre. A new threat emerges. Which means it's time for more fun playing Pokemon! Hello friends, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play of Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. Yes, the shadows have risen once again, so it's time to return to Orre and save it from a dark fate. And I'm definitely excited, as it has been quite a while since I've played a Pokemon game on this channel. Now, just like my previous playthrough of Pokemon Colosseum, this will be a low-tier challenge run. And what that means is I will be going through the game using the Pokemon that I believe will make it the most difficult to get through the game with. But just like Pokemon Colosseum, I don't have total control as to what Pokemon I will be able to obtain as I play. So I will have a list of Pokemon that I have planned to be on the team, as well as a few alternatives. It's almost like a sports team at this point. Now, this will be a playthrough of the main story of the game, for sure. But unlike Colosseum, where I skipped doing the post-game, there are some things I want to do once I beat the game. So hopefully you'll look forward to that when the time comes. Okay, that's enough preamble. Let's get started here, shall we? Just have to input our name. As you can see, our main character is on the left there. I believe the default name is Michael, but I like to go with the Storm name for this one, so my trainer's name is Storm. So here we go, we are back in Orre for another adventure! And now we just got the starting intro cutscene here. Last time we decided to blow up a building to obtain a snag machine. This one takes a different turn, shall we say. Because now we get to see what the evil team wants to do. And, they're bringing along a serious weapon this time. Let me introduce Shadow Lugia. And you can clearly tell there's something up with this. And as a display of power, we're just gonna take a boat right out of the water. And every time I watch that cutscene, I feel sorry for the two sailors there, because that had to have hurt. Like, they're swimming in the waters here, like, what the heck did we just witness? But you gotta think, that had to hurt. But anyways, now that that's all taken care of, here we are in a battle here. And it looks like quite a serious one, too. And as you can see, that's even our trainer character right there, so we're in the middle of a fight. I guess we gotta fight. Earthquake! Oh, hey, lucky crit! Ordinarily, that should take 2 turns, but sure, I just ended that in 1, you know, because I'm a really good trainer. Player defeated Sim Trainer Loston. Oh yes, the naming schemes are going to be crazy in this game, just like Colosseum, but as you could tell there, that was a simulation. Alright, Storm, that will do for today. Yes, sir! That was a well-played battle. Your battle skills have improved by an amazing amount. I mean, you took out that Pokemon in 1 hit when it should have been 2. I mean, it was impressive the way you handled that big Pokemon with Aplomb. You took command of it as for the same as your Eevee. Don't you think it's time that you consider raising other Pokemon besides your Eevee? No, I like Eevee. But yes, we do start with the adorable Eevee. And it does have some good moves on it already. As you could probably guess, this Eevee here can evolve into one of the evolutions of the game at any point, and it's built in such a way that the evolution happens early enough, and you can take advantage of it no matter which one you take. But anyways, we got story to deal with here, so let's see if I remember how to get my way through this building here. I think there is... Yes, I think we have to go in here first. It's been ages since I've played this, but this is one of my favorite Pokemon games, so again, I'll take any excuse to play any of my favorites. Hi, Storm. Have you finished training? Storm, this is the director's office. Did you want to pay a visit to Professor Crane? You don't need to be that stifly official, Lily. But... Oh yes, I've heard the battle coach singing high praises about you, Storm. I've heard that your battling skills have improved dramatically recently. That's outstanding, Storm. I sure don't think I stand much of a chance against you. I wish everyone wouldn't drown them in such gushing praise all the time. My son and daughter will become spoiled rotten. There's nothing to worry about. Both Storm and Jovi are wonderful kids. By the way, I don't think I've seen Jovi since lunchtime. Storm, I hate to bother you, but could you find Jovi for me? Storm, I think you already know, but several research projects are in their critical phases in this lab. That's why your mother can't afford to take any time off right this instant. So please, honey, will you go find Jovi for me? I'll give you the illusion of choice. Thank you. I'm counting on you. I don't think she could have wandered off too far, but just in case, check outside too. I'm sorry, Storm. After 5 long years, this project is finally on the verge of coming together. But for that to happen, we can't do without your mother's expertise. Oh, yes. I left a PDA in your room, Storm. Go check it out. PDA stands for Pokemon Digital Assistant. It's a very useful electronic tool. A PDA can be used for email, among other things. I'm sure that you'll find its many features useful. It's quite easy to use. I'm sure you'll have no trouble figuring it out. Alright, so first quest in a Pokemon game, find something. No surprise. Oh well. It will eventually pick up in a bit. Oh, I think if I remember correctly, I do have to come this way. Storm, have you seen Jovi? We were playing hide and seek. But Jovi's been gone a while now. Maybe she's playing in your room. Ah, yes. Okay, you have to go to your room first, and then talk to Aiden, I think the name was. And that's when you'll get the next hint. I do remember it did take a little while to actually figure things out in the beginning when I first played this. It's Storm's room, but lately his kid sister appears to have the run of the place. No one comes into the room. Hey, there's something on the desk. Sister has own room. Stay out of my room. Alright, so the PDA is mine. So we've got that menu option now, and an email. If you're reading this email, then you must have obtained the PDA. Try out its many features. By the way, add-on. Okay. Oh my goodness, I just realized add-on? If it's not add-on, then add-on is like the name that's perfect for a PDA to be told about. Oh my goodness, the naming in this game. Add-on was playing hide and seek with Jovi. Why not have a chat with him? That's the thing that would tell you to go see him. Okay. Ah yes, and multiple items in single chests. I love that feature. But yeah, this is Kid Sister's room. Kid Sister can stay in Kid Sister's room. I think, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, there is a bed there. Okay. Or maybe I'm getting confused. I don't know. Alright, so back up here. Yes. Add-on, I need you. Oh, you startled me. Oh, hi, it's you, Storm. It's me, Add-on. You're looking for Jovi? We're supposed to be playing hide and seek right now, but isn't she around anywhere? Well, maybe she's gone off to Dr. Kamenko's manor. It's this big, weird house southeast of here. Ah, yes, the world map. And it's much more expanded than Pokemon Coliseum. Oh, hi, Storm. The lounge is noisy, so I'm going to see what the commotion's about. The TV news just came on, so maybe something big happened. And something big did happen. Titanic. Actually, I just realized the pun I kind of implied with that one. I don't know if I should feel happy or sad about what I just said. We bring you ONBS news. Authorities still have failed to find any traces of the cargo ship SS Libra since its sudden disappearance off the coast of Gation Port. There have been no reports of flotsam that may indicate the ship sinking. The authorities appeared mystified by the way the ship vanished like smoke. There are reports that numerous Pokemon were on board. Concern is rising over their welfare. Wow, a cargo ship carrying Pokemon disappeared without a trace? Is that really possible? I'm finding it a little hard to swallow. So, yeah, in a similar manner of Pokemon Coliseum, where the bad team needed Pokemon en masse to turn them from regular Pokemon into Shadow Pokemon, you could kind of expect here they needed a lot of Pokemon quickly to turn into Shadow Pokemon, and yeah, this fit the bill. Oh boy, the world of Pokemon is so deep. The more I study them, the more I am inspired by the very fantasticalness of it all. There's a word. For example, you know, all Pokemon have types and abilities. If you keep those facts in mind and apply them to battling, you can always gain an advantage. Back in the day when only 386 Pokemon were in this game, now we're over 1,000. My goodness. That's 3 times as many. Alright, extra antidotes. I will take those. Alright, well, we got a location to travel to. Let's travel. But one thing I will say that I like with XD is there's definitely a lot of polish with the graphics of the game now. Like, you can definitely tell it's still just like Pokemon Coliseum, but like more polish, more angles. Like, they took their time and they knew what they were trying to make with this game, because it is still same engine, but they definitely improved. Wait, who goes there? Who's this little fella? You must be a burglar. Chobin will put you straight. Don't you move. Chobin is the name, and Chobin is the #1 assistant to Dr. Kamenko. Chobin is the only assistant, so Chobin has to be the #1 assistant. Well, I don't see anything wrong with that logic. And here we go. First real battle. And thankfully, it's a lot simpler this time than Pokemon Coliseum. And they will even imply single battles in this game from time to time, which is pretty nice. But anyways, I don't see any reason why we should dawdle. Let's take out this Sunkern. Pretty simple. I mean, Sunkern does not have high stats to begin with, so shouldn't be any issue. Nice and simple. Feels fun to be playing a Pokemon game again, because the last one I did play on this channel was Pokemon Coliseum, but that was a long time ago. Still had a lot of fun with that playthrough. Chobin, lost! I just noticed the swirls on the glasses disappeared too. I think that's the first time I've ever noticed that. You've made Chobin angry now. Even though Chobin lost, you're still not going past Chobin. Huh? Closer observation reveals that the subject is a child. Ergo, the subject is not a burglar. I could argue against that logic, but glad that you think we're trustworthy. Aha! Chobin wishes you spoke up right away. Your Storm? Chobin apologizes for jumping to the wrong conclusion. And it's our sister! Oh, Big Brother, what are you doing here? Oh, Chovy gets it! Big Brother, you got lost, didn't you? No, I was coming here to find you. There's no hiding stuff from Jovi, because Jovi knows. This big house is Dr. Kamenko's. Dr. Kamenko's job is to make incredible inventions. There's a whole bunch of neat machines like they have at the Pokemon HQ lab. You should come in too, Big Brother. Yeah, it's very rare in Pokemon games that you actually get a sibling. I mean, getting a father is one thing, but slightly more common is getting a sibling. Storm, you are that girl's older brother. Sometimes she comes here. She wanders around everywhere. Chobin finds it hard keeping an eye on her so that she does not bother the doctor. Oh yes, Storm, will you have a look at Dr. Kamenko's inventions? You will, yes? Okay, this way please. Follow Chobin. Well, it is a little bit railroady in the beginning, but I do promise it will pick up. Okay, Chobin will now show you the inventions of the inestimable, kept my words right, Dr. Kamenko. Dr. Kamenko's inventions, it needs to be said, are #1 in the world. Chobin is full of admiration. Oh, why does Chobin know that they are #1 worldwide? That needs explaining? In the whole wide world, no one but Dr. Kamenko would invent such inventions. Therefore, they are #1 in the world without question. Our Dr. Kamenko, who is fairly great, is inventing in that room over there. Hi, Doctor. What kind of funny machine are you making this time? Jovi wants to know. Uh-oh. That girl is at Dr. Kamenko's side again. Chobin hopes she is causing no disturbance. Anyway, let Chobin acquaint you with just some of Dr. Kamenko's greatest inventions. Let the VCR roll. Ah, the good times of VCR before DVD really started becoming the big mainstream device that it is nowadays. Didn't even have Blu-ray, I think. Then again, I'm not too sure. I actually still have a working VCR too. That's the funny part. Dr. Kamenko's inventions are #1 in the world. Chobin's choice is this. Ta-da! The unhealthy sandals! The insole is studded with lumpy nubs that fail to stimulate every pressure point in a fabulous way. Keep wearing these, and Chobin will guarantee painful feet and chronic worsening of your health. Chobin thinks it's superlative. Uninventions, I guess. Incredible, is it not? There is much more than that, too. The doctor's inventions, which are fantastic, can be seen on this monitor. Chobin gives you permission to use this anytime you like. Great. I'm just gonna walk over here now. And there are actually like 10 more inventions you can scroll through. They do absolutely nothing, but they are funny for a laugh. Anyways, sis, it's time to head home. Hi, big brother. This is a funny drawing. It's a really detailed drawing of a really weird machine. How generic. Huh? Are you going home already, big brother? But you just got here. Oh, Jovi gets it. Jovi has to show you how to go home, right? Okay, that's what Jovi will do. Jovi will take you home. Mimi, let's go home with big brother. Hello, Minen. Okay, let's move out. Jovi will visit again, Doctor. For Chobin's sake, he probably doesn't want Jovi to show up. Alright. But that is the end of the fetch quest. Or close to. Anyways, another email. Dear Storm, you appear to have traveled far in your search for Jovi. Please come back to the HQ lab as soon as you find her. I need your help with something. What is it? What is it? Email from the professor? He wants you to come home quickly. Jovi is worried about letting you go home by yourself, big brother. So Jovi will go home too. Let's go right now. Sometimes I'm glad that we're on the same page. Now, unlike Colosseum, we won't be traveling with a partner throughout the game, so it will just be me doing this adventure. No, like, partner to come along and add extra dialogue. But there will be a lot of familiar faces, too. Oh, hi, Mommy. We're back. Oh, Jovi, haven't I told you not to wander away by yourself? No, Mommy, you don't understand. Big brother was lost, so Jovi brought him here. If Jovi weren't there, Jovi bets he'd be crying by now, saying he can't go home. Right, big brother? No, Mother. Oh my, Jovi, you're such a brave and resourceful girl. But that's quite enough for today. Besides, Adon must be tired of waiting for you. That's one way to get their attention, just say, oh, you did a good thing, but you also didn't do a good thing. Oh my gosh, I was in the middle of hide and seek. Okay, big brother, I'll see you later. Okay, meanwhile... Storm, thanks for finding Jovi for me. Oh yes, Professor Crane wanted to see you, Storm. Go see him right away, please. So I think we'll just go inside this way? Yeah, so I think that's where we have to go eventually. But we have to come up here first. Yes, we have... Oh, Storm, welcome back. Were you gone far away? Huh? The director? He went downstairs just a little while ago. Professor Crane did. You didn't bump into him? So now we go back downstairs. And there he is, right there. Hi there, Storm. I've been waiting for you. I wanted to show you the snag machine. A familiar term for those who have played Colosseum. Has Aiden said anything to you about the snag machine? No, we didn't even talk to each other. The snag machine is a special device for snagging Pokemon. The two of us, Aiden and I, were developing it, and now it's finally finished. I'd like to begin testing it immediately. Will you help us? Sure. Okay, step inside. I should tell you, the snag machine is an outrageous piece of work. After all, it's used for stealing Pokemon from another trainer in battle. You mean the thing that people wanted to do all the time when they were younger, and now you're letting us do it? But we didn't make this to steal Pokemon indiscriminately from trainers. Storm, you've heard of Shadow Pokemon, haven't you? They're Pokemon that have been turned into fighting machines after having their hearts closed by artificial means. They're to be pitied. We developed the snag machine to take back such modified Shadow Pokemon. Why this machine is needed now, I can explain later. But for now, I'd like you to test our snag machine. After all, you're the best trainer at this lab. The snag machine is inside this case. Try equipping it right away. Now, of course, we can't have one that's just as cool as Colosseum's, but I gotta say, this is a nice looking piece of tech. Wow, it fits you perfectly. Looks cool on it. I'll also add a new feature to your PDA. It's called the Shadow Monitor. It lets you check data on the Shadow Pokemon you've encountered. We've got a new thing for our PDA. We've got an add-on! Alright. More things to come later. Thank you, Aiden. That's it, Storm. That's spot on. From here on, it will be a lot easier just to show you how it works in practice rather than trying to describe it. Let's go upstairs to the Battle Sim System room. Whoops! Oh, how silly of me. I almost forgot to give you these. In order to use the snag machine, you need at least one Pokeball, so I'll give you these. Pokeballs aren't used in the Orre region, so we import them from another region. Okay, now we're set. Let's hurry over to the director. And the plot begins. What's going on? Who are you people? It's terrible, Storm. Some strange men came barging in and took off with the director. I'm on it! And of course, they mean business. Alright. Will you let go of me? Where do you think you're taking me? I'm taking you to your new lab, Professor. What? My new lab? Move it. We don't have any time. If you don't want to get hurt, hustle yourself into the car. You people. What are you? Well, can't let these no good people get in the way here. What is it, punk? You're gonna play hero and try to stop us? I don't show mercy to anyone, not even kids. Spy naps. Again, the naming in this game. Alright, Teddy Ursa. And as to say perfect timing, look at that! What is that? Storm, the Aura Reader is responding. That's a Shadow Pokemon. Hurry, throw a Pokeball. So, we got our tutorial for using the snag machine. Time to snag a Pokemon. And thankfully, this is a guaranteed capture. And there we go. That's how Shadow Pokemon look. And we got our first snag. What was that? My Shadow Pokemon. Was that a snag? Yes. Yes, it was a snag. Go me. Kid, what is that machine on your arm? Could it be a snag machine? What the heck is he doing? What is that doing here? That's big news. Come on, move. We need to report this to headquarters. Like, now! But I beat you! That means I get the thing back! Give back the professor! Jeez, what is it with the Orre region and kidnappings? But yep, that's the thing that spurs the plot into action. Professor Crane getting kidnapped. Ah, they took the professor away. Don't cry, Jovi. I'm sure Professor Crane will be okay. We've contacted the police and the proper authorities about Professor Crane. They should let us know if they discover anything. I still can't believe that this is happening. Professor Crane predicted that someone would again try making Shadow Pokemon. His prediction was on the mark. Storm, that Teddy Ursa you snake probably isn't the only Shadow Pokemon that was made. When the Purify Chamber is completed, we will be able to save many Shadow Pokemon at the same time. But Professor Crane is crucial to this project. Without him, there's nothing we can do. When times are tough, people will come together. Let's complete it. We'll finish the Purify Chamber ourselves. Lily? The director's not here. It's hopeless. There isn't any possible way to get it done. You're on the verge of finishing. This isn't the time to feel sorry for yourself. The Purify Chamber project got this far not just because Professor Crane was here. We got here because we all worked as a team. Having come this far, it would be wrong to stop now. Our pride as scientists is on the line. Let's finish this project as one. Things will get very busy around here. I'll go upstairs and check how the data processing is progressing. I'll meet you up there in just a moment. Alright. But yes, there we go. So that's the beginning part of this journey here. So we will get a new area here in just a second. We just have to go over this way. This basic data should be fine now. Keep going with it. Storm, you came at the right time. May I get you to run an errand for me in Gation Port? We've ordered a special machine part for the purified chamber from the part shop. So another new area for this game that we'll be going to. Jovi knows the part shop. It's next door to Emily's house. Mommy, can Jovi go? Jovi wants to help everyone. Jovi, I appreciate your offer. I know you want to help, but it's an important component. Okay, Jovi, you're a member of the lab staff too. You may go if you take Storm with you. Dear, would you mind going with Jovi? I really don't have a choice. Okay, Mommy, Big Brother is Jovi's assistant. You have to listen to Jovi, Big Brother. And my only request is that you just don't do anything silly. Storm, Jovi, both of you, be very careful, please. I'm counting on you two. Alright, time to go on adventures! In all fairness, though, I just want more Pokemon battles. Like, that's the thing I like playing Pokemon for, is the battles and the collecting. But in this game, it's definitely about battles. Oh. Hey, Storm, Jovi, where are you two off to? Thanks for meeting us out here. Jovi is an important trip to Gation Port. Big Brother is Jovi's assistant. Huh? Storm is your assistant? You must be confident with such a good assistant, Jovi. Anyway, Storm, could we ask you to hold on to that snag machine and use it? There may be other Shadow Pokemon out there. If you spot one, rescue it from the criminals. I'll make approaches to the authorities and other people to have Pokeballs available for sale at shops. There's more. I wanted to give these to you, Storm. And memos, just like in Colosseum, so these would tell you about the various things if you were a beginner to all of this. I myself don't need to read them, but they're there if anyone needs them. Alright, to Gation Port. One of my favorite locations in this game, actually. I always like watery places and port towns in games. Like, I don't know why, just... I'm sure if you remember from my, which one? The 100 subscriber special question one. A lot of my background images was just Pokemon games and staring out to the water. That was done on purpose because it is something I like to do. But anyways, Jovi here is like, look, everything is so bright. Let's go this way. And of course, like I said, Jovi, just don't do anything silly. But that's too late. Ouchies! Jovi fell down.
Hey now, where do you think you're going?
Oh, sorry. Jovi is sorry. It wasn't on purpose.
And look what you've done! You've messed up the habit and look of Zook, the coolest, baddest, and most happening guy around.
Yeah, so intimidating that you just have to intimidate this little girl, right? Sorry, that doesn't cut it.
Sorry doesn't begin to cut it. What did I just say to you? Huh? You there. Yeah, you punk. You with this munchkin, aren't you? And it looks to me like you're a trainer. You look like you'll be a million times more fun than some munchkin. I'll stomp you flat with my Shadow Pokemon.
Hey, look at that. Something else we could snag if we wanted. That's quite enough of that. And we have some mysterious folks here. Pokemon aren't meant to be used in such a manner. Choose your time and place.
Shut it. Hey, meddling senior citizen. Take your preaching to someone who cares. Or do you want me to pound you too?
Mr. Verich, perhaps I should.
Ha! And who do you think you are?
So now you're gonna play the man and stop me? Oh, this gets better by the minute. Let's see you try. Now this is a fight that I appreciate because it does show a lot of what you're expected to see in the future. So we got an Alakazam here. 44. And clearly decimating the Shadow Zangoose, who's level 28. So this is what we will eventually be working towards. Mystery Man Ardos defeated Thug Zook. Zook? Your power? Where does it come from? It comes from a lot of training, you thug. You've done it now. Don't think you're getting away with messing with the great Zook. Remember this. Should I give chase? No, that won't be necessary. He won't come back. Leave him be. Yes, sir. Let us be on our way. Just comes in, protects us from a big thug, and then just walks away. Thank you. Ho ho ho! That hardly deserves such gratitude, my little lady. We did only what had to be done. Nothing more. We will definitely see them later. Also, another one of my favorite tunes in the game, the Gation Port theme. Maybe we could bring back that joke for a bit, the best music in the game joke. That was one of my favorites back then. And then... Is that you, Jovi? Oh, Emily and Acri. Jovi! Okay, we've met a lot of people. Can I do some battles, please? I said I liked this game. I didn't say it was perfect. So was you, Jovi, being harassed by that big strange man? Were you okay? Yep, strong people helped us. Big Brother was there too, so nothing bad happened. Jovi came here on an important visit. Big Brother is Jovi's assistant today. Oh, you must be Jovi's brother, Storm. I'm glad we finally met. I'm Emily. Hi, Jovi's big brother. Jovi has been a very nice friend to my daughter, Emily. That elderly gentleman's name is Mr. Virich. He comes here by boat with his 2 assistants occasionally. There's something mysterious about him, don't you think? He's supposed to be fabulously wealthy. Rumors like that give me shivers. I'm hoping to become a novelist. Whenever I come across anything mysterious, I try to imagine a story around it. Anyways, be careful in this town. There are lots of rough customers about. Emily, we should be going. Alright, we've got a job to do. Let's go say our goodbyes. We'll definitely get more exploration here in Gation in a bit, because there are places that I do need to go. But we will go in here first. This is the part shop, if I'm right. Yes. The shopkeeper wasn't thinking straight when he got this clueless newbie to look after the shop. Now me, a regular customer, would be able to serve the customers a lot better. Hi, did you want something here? The shopkeeper's out right now. He said something about having to go out to Dr. Kamin... what was it now? Well, to that doctor's manor is where he went. He said his grandson Per will be back from repairing the rotating bridges, so I'm supposed to mind the shop until then. But I don't know where anything is or how to ring up a sale or anything. I have no clue what to do. As someone who has had a brief stint in retail, all I can say is I know exactly how you feel. I suppose it doesn't matter, though. It's really quiet here. I'm getting awfully bored, really. If you'd like, how about you help me while some time away? I've got a tale to tell you that you may find interesting. Yeah, sure, why not? When I was younger, I sailed all the world's seas as a navigator. Our world is huge, and this huge world is filled with an incredible profusion of Pokemon. I think there was like 300 or something. Try closer to 1,000. Of all the Pokemon in our world, the one that I found the most interesting is Eevee. How convenient. Now, Eevee is a unique Pokemon. It can evolve into 5 different kinds of Pokemon, you see. While I sailed, I studied Eevee quite exhaustively. As a result, I attained 5 items that are the keys to Eevee's evolution. Oh, you say that you're raising an Eevee? What a fortuitous coincidence! This must have been meant to happen. Well, let me commemorate this occasion by giving you one of the 5 items. There's no need to be shy about it. Go ahead, choose. So, I'm fairly certain that I can keep Eevee as an Eevee if I take the Sun or Moon Shards. Personal bias, I always played with Espeon going through the game. I don't think I ever picked any of the other evolutions, although I will go on record saying that I love each and every one of them. So I think that do things right, I could keep Eevee as an Eevee, but in the spirit of this, I love the Eevee and evolutions and whatnot. I'm going to evolve this Eevee into the evolution that I think is the worst of the 5, and in my opinion, I think that's Flareon. Like, Flareon's still a decent Pokemon, but nowhere near the higher, like, higher strength tier of most other Pokemon. So, if you love Flareon, don't worry, I love Flareon too. It's just my opinion that Flareon is the worst of the 5. That Firestone will make an Eevee evolved into Pokemon Flareon. It's easy to make your Eevee evolve with that Firestone. All you have to do is use it. Would you like to have the Firestone? Yes. Okay, so I can use it whenever I want then, at the looks. You're so lucky, big brother. Joby wants something too. Now, I'm out here doing this thing. Now, in the spirit of it, let's go ahead and we will make this Eevee a Flareon. Now, as you might expect, Flareon is not anywhere near the worst Pokemon that you could obtain in this game. So I will not have a Flareon on my eventual final team, whatever that might be. But I think for now, Flareon's a good Pokemon to at least help us get through the beginning of the game. And it's so fluffy too. I honestly adore the fluffiness of Flareon's mane. Like, it looks so adorable. But there we go. So we got Flareon and we got Teddiursa. Let's just keep going here for a little while yet. Because I did say there were rotating bridges that did need to be fixed. As you can tell out here, these look like rotating bridges. It is amazing how you can have cool tech like this, and it still looks like it fits well into the look and geography of a place that's like seaside. Ooh, that settles that. All fixed. You want to talk to me? Yeah, the part shop is ours. Huh, you need a machine part? Oh, where's Grandpa? Oh, he's gone off to Dr. Kamenko's. Ugh, when my grandpa gets excited over some mechanical thing, he's off like a shot. Never mind the shop or his grandson, which is me. I'll find that machine part you need. Can I get you to come to our shop? Yeah, I'll be right back. Man, Grandpa should be so lucky to have a caring grandson like me looking after him. Alright, back to the shop. Let's get the part. Sorry we were out. A machine part, you said, right? And if you'll notice here, it looks like there's nothing behind that wall there, so it's literally just making that door go up and down for no reason. Here it is. Here it is. This is it. Here you go. We got a machine part. It's a rare item, that machine part. It took a while to get that order in. How's your director, Professor Crane, doing? And then, of course, because we are a silent protagonist, we just have to say we're explaining things. Oh, the HQ Lab's director was abducted by some goons with shadow Pokemon. I've been through something like that before, but who would have thought it'd happen again? I hope the lab director's found. I'll be rooting for you, so don't give up. Alright, well, we got a machine part, so let's go ahead and we'll get that back to the lab. I'll come back here and do some exploration in Gation Port here in a little while. Might as well go do what the plot says, right? As we can get Jovi back to the lab too. Alright. You see anything again? Or you just... Oh yeah. Oh, Storm, could you wait just 1 second? I found some more memos I wrote up with the director. Okay, so you're just going to give us more of these Crane memos. And more. Oh yeah, so I think they're literally just renamed from the shadow profiles that you get in Coliseum. Because again, this is the same engine, so I would not be surprised if they did use the same item files. But now we'll get this machine part up, and then we'll be more free to finally start doing things. So we'll just go over here real quick. And hi, Mom. Welcome back, Storm. Was Jovi well behaved? We ran the errand like you wanted, Mommy. A bad guy tried to stop us, but a nice person helped us. Oh no, really? I'll get the details later. What about the machine part? Hand over the part. Thank you. With this component, we can get down to the finishing touches on the Purify Chamber. I should take this down to the Purify Chamber and on the ground floor now. Oh, Jovi will take it. Jovi, are you sure? Don't drop it. Jovi can do it. Yes, Jovi is part of the lab staff too. Storm, how's your Shadow Pokemon doing? Purification progresses if a Shadow Pokemon spends time together with its trainer. Has the heart gauge fallen to 0? Definitely not with the amount of walking I've done. Oh, but by the time the Purify Chamber is completed, the heart gauge should be down to 0. If the heart gauge has fallen to 0, that Shadow Pokemon is ready to open its heart. But that alone isn't enough. To complete the process, the Pokemon needs to go through a purification ceremony. It's basically a ritual for it to return to its natural state. If the Purify Chamber were ready, we could go through the ceremony there, but it looks like we'll need a little more time to get it finished. Because of that, I think your Shadow Pokemon should go through the purification ceremony using a different process. There is a village called Agate. In the village is the Relic Stone, which has the power to restore Shadow Pokemon to their natural state. It worries me a lot to send you to such a far-off place by yourself, dear, but I also think it's something that only you can do. Well, will you go to Agate Village? I'll give you the illusion of choice. And as someone who loves Agate Village, and it being one of my favorite places in the Pokemon universe, I will take any excuse I can to go to Agate. So we're to go see Egan. So Egan is still kicking around. The Relic Stone, which is used for the purification ceremony, is under the care of a man named Egan. I will get in touch with him so that he knows you're coming, Storm. I'll do my best to get the Purified Chamber finished while you're gone. Please be careful. And now we can seriously begin the adventure portion of this. I will go to Gation Port and do exploration around there first, because I do know that there are some Shadow Pokemon hiding amongst the waves, as it were. And I'll be slightly spoilery here. Both of the Shadow Pokemon that are in the port here, they're both prime candidates for the team. So I'm actually going to go ahead and slowly get my way over to where the two trainers that have the Shadow Pokemon. But I do need to do a little bit of work. And that will be first getting Pokeballs. Oh, welcome. Welcome to my Pokemon Mart. And, what was I supposed to say? Oh, it doesn't matter. I finally become the owner of a Pokemon Mart. Oh no, what am I saying? I'm so sorry. Oh, I know that feeling all too well. Oh, you don't have Pokeballs? Oh, that sucks. There was supposed to be Pokeballs here. Oh, well, I guess I'll just have to be more careful and, not waste the 5 that I've got. Oh, well. Alright, let's make our way over to the first one. Now, I'll go through more of Shadow Pokemon specifics when I get into battle, but I will say that Shadow Pokemon actually have been overhauled in this game compared to Colosseum, and they've done so many good changes to Shadow Pokemon in this game. Actually, why not? I'll actually show off Shadow Teddiursa here. So the same concept still applies. There is a gauge that has to be depleted in order to begin the process of purifying the Pokemon. So we have to get rid of all the purple in the heart gauge. And as you can see, by all that walking around, we've gotten rid of half of a single segment. As the segments disappear, we will learn moves, we will eventually get our nature, and we will get the ability to acquire experience on the Pokemon. Now, in Pokemon Colosseum, we only had one Shadow move the whole way through, which was Shadow Rush, which was basically just a typeless takedown. But in this game, there are a bevy of Shadow moves that can be used. So this one here is, we'll say, one of the more standard attacks, Shadow Blitz. Think of it like Shadow Tackle, as it were. There's no recoil, and it's just a good power move to begin with. And as you can see here, Shadow Mist just sharply reduces the foe's evasiveness, like a really good sweet scent. But there is one more unique thing about Shadow Pokemon that I will show off in this fight here. Hi, welcome, youngster. No words need be spoken, no questions need be asked. We shall battle, yes? Aye, good answer. A battle with a feisty lad is one to be savored. Let's go. Also, this NPC here has some pretty interesting dialogue once this fight's over. But, battle time. So we got a Tailo and a Ledyba. Out comes our new Fluffy Flareon. And the Shadow Teddiursa. Now, of course, we also do get a few points on our gauge when Teddiursa comes in, but it's a Shadow Ledyba! Look at that. A familiar face from Pokemon Coliseum. Although, to be fair, my Ledyon was good enough that it survived a Raikou Thunder, so hopefully this Ledyba will follow in Sora's footsteps. And yes, that was the nickname that I gave the Ledyba in Coliseum. Now, I do want to show off one thing here. So, in this game, to also give Shadow Pokemon a cool edge, as it were. So, regular attacks on a Shadow Pokemon, they follow standard type effectiveness. Okay, we'll just have to get through this part here. Shadow Shed, no good. Okay, we'll just have to take a peck from the Tailo. But a Shadow attack? Any regular Pokemon, they are super effective. Now, conversely, a Shadow attack being used on a Shadow Pokemon is guaranteed not very effective. So, if you want a way to do chip damage to another Pokemon, a Shadow attack on a Shadow Pokemon isn't a bad idea. Now, you might notice on Ledyba's stat screen there is, beside the level 10, there is a plus. In order to give Shadow Pokemon a little bit more of a buff, and this is something I absolutely love, there are a few hidden levels added to Ledyba's stats. From my research, it can vary, like anywhere from like 1 to 3 levels, depending. But think of it this way: that Ledyba, it will be a level 10 Ledyba when I catch it. But right now, that is probably closer to a level 12 or 13 Ledyba. And of course, we lose that boost once it gets caught, but hey, it does give Shadow Pokemon a little bit more of a frightening edge when you're fighting them. But right now, I hope to catch. And first member acquired, for sure. Now, in Coliseum, I ended the playthrough before I got all of the Shadow Pokemon in the game, because you finish the game like maybe halfway through the story. There's not much to do after that. In XD, I am going to be trying to catch every Shadow Pokemon in the game, however difficult that may be. Because there is something fun I want to do in the post-game that you have to catch all Shadow Pokemon for it to occur. So I will be trying to catch a lot of things. I will have a lot of Pokeballs on hand. It's going to be a fun adventure. But, oh yeah, I love this guy's dialogue. Too bad. I guess I lost that one. That machine you have on your arm, it's quite the get-up. The way the lights pulse and all, it's mighty impressive, whatever it is. I thought for a second there that you'd taken my Pokemon. Like, just thinking, wait, I thought you took my Pokemon. Like, oh, there's no way you could have done that. And then, again, if you talk to him, you know, lad, ever since I battled with you, I've been missing a Pokemon. It's an important, precious even Pokemon I got as a gift. Do you have any idea what became of it? No, sir, I don't, and I'm just gonna walk the other way right now. Like, it is funny, like that's the implication. But we do have Ledyba here, who will be the first official member of this team. So, yep, also Shadow Blitz, but Shadow Shed as another move. Now, I'm just going to switch over to Ledyba right now. Teddiursa is still a decent Pokemon for the beginning of the game, so, like, I'll be playing this in a... I'll have 6 Pokemon on my team, but until I get the full team, I will have some backup members, just whatever works. Oh yeah. I have lived in Gadeon Port for many, many years, but I've never seen a cruiser that grand or luxurious. That cruiser looks capable of sailing anywhere in the world. I would surely love to sail on it. Yes. Here's a question. Like, this old guy here, he lives on this house that is, like, by itself, and the only way to get across and back onto the mainland is through these rotating bridges. Would you live in that house? There is a part of me that would say yes. Oh, good. More Pokeballs. Okay. Just in case. Because we do have to go up the Gateon Lighthouse here. Now, there is an elevator here, but there are a few items for someone to collect if they are adventurous enough. So I'm going to collect the items on the first go-around. And look at that. Items on both sides. Paralyzed heal, just in case. Alright, moving along. Floor number 2. Which way are we going here? Oof. Oh, now you're a rare child. Most people would have taken the elevator. Youngster, are you doing this for exercise? Yeah, not gonna lie, I'm someone who wouldn't mind doing a run up a flight of stairs just for a little bit of cardio exercise. I don't know why, it is kind of fun. A little tough on the legs, but it is fun. We've got an awakening. Alright, roof? Oh, one more floor. If I know anything, there would be an item back here. Nope. Person. When I look down from the top of the lighthouse, I get frightened as if I'm being sucked down. But that sensation of falling, it grows on you. Yeah, from the few times I've been atop places that are very high, there is something thrilling about it, but that's an acquired feeling, I feel like. And then this guy. You see the island in the distance out at sea? It's always obscured by clouds. If only those clouds weren't there, we would get gorgeous sunsets at dusk. Remember that. Remember that line that guy says there. We'll see that much later in the game. But anyways, you there. You look like a trainer to me. Somebody gave me a wickedly tough Pokemon. I'll test it out on you. Sounds to me like you've got another Shadow Pokemon, bodybuilder Keelan. So here we go, Flareon and Ladybug. Now this is just to help get some boosts on the gauge. But anyways, Shadow Poochyena. One thing I do like with this game as well, like there are way more Shadow Pokemon in this game. And it's mostly, in the later game, it'll mostly be Kanto Pokemon. But they have a really good variety of Pokemon in this game. And that's another thing I love about it. So even this Ladybug with what is typically not an offensive Pokemon still did a good chunk of damage there to that Zubat. Alright, so Shadow Hold there is like Mean Look. So we can't switch out. But that's fine. This fight won't go too much longer anyway. So we will do this. Attempt to catch this Poochyena now that I've done a little damage. Let's take care of things right now. Now we will be able to nickname our Pokemon once we are able to purify them. You got out of the ball. Tricky little pup there. There we go, Ladybug able to do damage. I like it. Ah, yes. Kind of glad this happened. So in Colosseum, if you remember, there was a state that could happen with Shadow Pokemon called Reverse Mode. And what it would do is lock you into using Shadow Rush. It would be an increased critical hit chance from Shadow Rush. And I don't think you could use items on the Pokemon. In this game, it's a little less restrictive, where I believe it will... I believe it means I can only use Shadow moves, and I will take a little damage at the end of my turns if I don't do a call. Now, calling, I believe, works the exact same in this game as Pokemon Colosseum. And if there's anything that I'm misremembering, I'll have it up on screen just in case. Okay, so that should fail because I am already in Shadow Hold status. But actually, you know what? Just to make it a little harder for you to do things. Another Pokeball, I believe, is in order. Time to catch this pup. Two, three, and a catch. Mightyena is now on the team. Or at least Poochyena is. We still gotta work up to Mightyena. Oh, there we go. This Pokemon was too weak. I don't know. I think it was better than that Zubat you had there. You say anything? What was that all about? I joined that organization because they said they'd give me a strong Pokemon. Something that's not like the usual ones. Well, what was so tough about that? I was conned. An organization that I joined? I can't remember what they were called. They said they didn't have enough supplies, so they wouldn't even give me a uniform. Maybe they're poor. Just trying to get more Shadow Pokemon out there, whether it be through their own members or through random passersby. But we will take the elevator down back to the bottom. And we will call the end of the adventure on this episode now. Because going for about an hour, like, that intro does still take a while. Even I will admit that. But now that we're finally into the adventure, we finally got some battles, we finally got some catches, and we got the first two members of the team ready to go here. Like, the Poochyena is not too bad when it comes to strength. The Ladybug is the more defensive one, but hey, at this rate, it's still the early game. Like, this does not bother me at all. We'll get these two shadows here more purified, and eventually there'll be regular Pokemon who can level up and get stats and evolve and be more full-fledged members of the team. But that is something to look forward to on the next episode. So thank you very much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this first episode of Pokemon XD, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. So until then, take care, stay safe, and have a good day.